Black Friday. Black Friday is the day that people trample each other for sales, exactly one day after being thankful for what they have already. Now don't get me wrong, I have partaked in many Black Fridays, but never before have I seen such craziness. So that's why it's only fitting that as we get closer to the day, I share with you my Black Friday story. My name is Angel, and welcome to Have Faith. Let it begin. Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Have Faith, Let It Begin. My name is Angel, and thank you for tuning in for another episode, and this one is pretty interesting. Yep, it's the pre-talk of Black Friday, and what it brings out in people. We're not there yet, but I figured since I'm already starting to see pre-sales on Black Friday, I guess a lot of places are trying to get ahead of the game. And they're starting to put, hey, we have a pre-Black Friday sale just today. But wait, there's more, right? One of the things that I wanted to bring up before we get, to that Black Friday day, and quite frankly, I don't even know if I'll get a chance to do a Black Friday episode, because if my wife goes into labor, that's going to be not possible. And I'm going to be doing a baby update this week, so stay tuned for that. And what we're going to do when the baby's born and how these episodes are going to still roll. But Black Friday, let's talk about it. What is your favorite Black Friday moment? And what is your unfavorite Black Friday moment? Write to the show. I want to hear from you. What are the things that you have talked about or have seen on Black Friday that has just made you go, wow, or yes? Well, here's my wow moment. I remember going to Black Friday with my wife, and we went with the mentality that we needed to get a couple of items. We needed a vacuum. We were still fairly new in our home. We didn't think we were going to go with the mentality of getting a vacuum, let me be real. But we knew that we were going to go and get household items, and whatever was, at a reasonable, good price that will enable us to determine if we should buy it or not. My wife and I, we got ourselves a Dyson that night. It was a huge sale, and we got it really dirt cheap, no pun intended. And it was a score. And I just remember looking around and seeing people online for the 40-inch, 50-inch, 60-inch, TVs. And it's funny how they do it. Some of the stores, they put the sales in like the freezer area. So you come in, it's like a treasure map. You go right for the TVs, but they're not where you think they are. They're all the way shoved into the actual area where it's all frozen foods, right? And you're just like, whoa, what am I going to do? And everybody's over there and they're freezing. Mind you, it was already cold outside to begin with, but now you're in the freezer area, and now you're freezing and you're trying to get yourself a TV. There were a lot of sales, but I feel like Black Friday is not as it used to be. Black Friday used to be where you really had to get up in the middle of the night and try to get the best sales possible and do it in a timely fashion. So let me segue into my horrible moment of Black Friday. It scared the bejesus out of me. I was in Providence, Rhode Island. That's the location I was in. I went to Black Friday sales because I felt I needed a new computer. And at the time, the computer that I had been left with wasn't the greatest computer. So I went in and I tried to get a sale. And I had gotten there right in time before the doors opened. It was at a Walmart. And I'm thinking, okay, I'm probably 60th in line, At that time, I wasn't really too keen on the whole Black Friday thing, and I'm like, I'm going to get an opportunity. I know it. I could feel it. I know I'll get myself a good computer. Well, the doors opened, right? And everybody just started rushing in. Everybody's running, and I'm running. I'm like, oh my gosh. And I just and you see people run, so you start to run, and everybody starts to run. And I don't know even where I'm going. I just know that there's computers. I don't know where to go. I'm just running. And I'm free. I'm just running freely and just running and running. And as I'm running, I see this kid reach up, and this is before flat screens became big, so just mind you where the time zone is, the time, the time of events. This is when computers were still kind of better than TVs. Flat screens weren't just announced yet. I think we were still in the picture-in-picture days, so there goes my age. But anyway, this one kid shows up, and he grabs this item, and I don't remember what the item was, I'll be honest with you. I'm trying to remember. Maybe I'll remember as I go. But the kid is like, I got it, Mom. I got it. And the mom's like, yeah. And all of a sudden, this big dude, big guy, grabbed the kid he was wearing a hoodie, grabbed the kid by the hoodie and yanked him off of the item. And and maybe I'm exaggerating, but the kid looked like he went like 2 feet back. And the guy just grabbed the item, put it in his cart, and went off. And nobody was going to complain because he was at least 6'5", maybe 300 pounds, 220, 280, I don't know. He was big. But everybody just stood there in shock. And I said to myself, holy cow, I got to be careful what I grab. And, over the years, unfortunately, you've heard many different stories of people getting trampled over, and I mean, it's a crazy thing. It's a crazy feeling. I guess what I'm trying to say is we are so crazy on that day, most of us. Everybody wants something for free or something cheaper. Now, mind you, I get it. This is the time of year where you may have saved money for this event, and you want to get an item that maybe you can now afford. But for others, I think it's the chase. It's the feeling of getting something just because you can, or just because you want to be the first to say you got it. But that doesn't give you the excuse or the reason to have bad behavior. I mean, going out and moving somebody out of the way or yelling at somebody for grabbing an item that you think you had first, it's really not something we should be doing. And I'm not here to stir up a political uproar and to say, who am I to say who are you to act? But I just think that, a big part of me feels that there are still a lot of great people out there. There's a lot of good people, and there's a lot of good feelings and good attitudes out there. And I just feel like we allow all this stuff to cloud our judgment. We're better than this. So I'm just curious. This is how I'm going to end the episode. What is your favorite Black Friday purchase or memory? And what is your least favorite, oh my goodness, or oh my gosh moment on Black Friday? Share that with us so we can share this on our show. And I hope each and every one of you are prepared and ready to go for what probably is going to be another rendition of an oh my goodness moment on Black Friday. For Have Faith, Let It Begin. My name is Angel. Have a good one. But wait, there's more. I'm just sorry. I couldn't help it. We hope you enjoyed this episode of Have Faith, Let It Begin. Just wanted to give you an update as to everything that's going on as we get closer and closer to the birth of my daughter. It's my first child, and it's the first time I will experience something, and I want to share it with the world. So make sure you subscribe to our show. Make sure you have notifications standing by, because when we do give birth to our daughter, I'm going to bring you live in so that you can share in this moment with me. I have faith in the show, and I have faith in all of you, and I want to share my moment with each and every one of you. For Have Faith, Let It Begin, my name is Angel. God bless you. Cross your fingers. It may happen this week.